Welcome to the second ShopBrick development session. ShopBrick is an open source e-commerce framework intended for fast store creation and zero infrastructure maintenance. It is a static framework and it's fully functioning, integrated with Stripe, PayPal, and also currently with BTC payment server, self-deployed. This time I won't be doing any coding. I just would like to share updates that were made during the past 2 weeks. This is big one. So language select was added to ShopBrick site. So ShopBrick is a template. If you use ShopBrick template, you get this by default language select. So navigation were translated, navigation items were translated. Policies were some policies to some languages were translated. And how to configure translation for your products, I'll be talking in the second part of this video. Second update, important, is thumbnails. For each, you don't need to, as admin, you don't need to do anything. As when you create a product, ShopBrick generates thumbnails for each product image. So when image is updated, when you add new images, it generates new thumbnails. It makes the site really fast. When it's loaded, it also uses thumbnail for this image to load initially, and then it replaces with full-size image. This makes very good user experience, like thumbnails very informative and very lightweight for the user, so user doesn't need to wait for images to be loaded. They immediately see and have understanding what products they are looking for, they are browsing. And same for on the product page. So third update was made to the structure of products. So regarding images, you no longer need to create inside images directory main. You just put images inside folder images. So this is simplification. And also regarding Stripe, all Stripe updates will be within one folder, just not to pollute all product folders. Next update is we update integration with Bitcoin payments. There is a separate video how to configure it with your shop. And the last but not least, it's updates to mini Markdown. So one of the core ShopBrick feature is the support of mini Markdown or ecommerce Markdown. For all products, description can be stored in text or HTML. If you use text, this text is automatically converted to HTML. So I go to this product, custom embroidered baseball cap. So in description txt, I have only this text, and it is automatically converted to HTML following some rules. So for example, first line is hidden second. This is a horizontal line, like 3 dashes converted to horizontal line. Every line after horizontal line is converted to hidden 3, h3. And lists are automatically recognized, and also some keywords like feature, package are also recognized and converted to hiddens. Also images in description folder, you can add images into description folder, and these images are automatically posted on included in the product description in HTML in product page. So now let's talk about languages support and language select by example of one particular store that uses ShopBrick framework. It's called Pampa Print. I run shop in test mode. Then I go to port 3000. So language, we can select, user can select language from languages drop down. All navigation is translated. And some policies also translated. You can configure which languages you want to support in config YAML. So you specify default language, currently and stands for English, and supported languages. So English, Deutsch, French, Netherlands, Spanish, Italy. So I can remove some languages here, reload site. Sorry, it's wrong folder. So config YAML. I remove languages, just leave English and German. And now I have only 2 languages in language select. So I add back languages. I have more languages. Each language has now their own prefix in URL, inside URL, and you can share language specific language to user and use it in adverts for specific audience, for country that intended for this page to be shown. So for the product, each product contains its title in info YAML, and in description is description text or description HTML. And to provide all translations, you just create file E18N YAML. E18N stands for internationalization. Between I and N there are 18 letters, so it's just called internationalization. It's convention. In the format, so you create this file in the format language, key, and title and description. And you can easily generate this file using AI. So as a ShopBrick is AI-friendly framework, or most AI-friendly framework, it's quite easy to support many languages for product. So now when I go to shop, to product page, I can so there is product description, product title and product description. When I change language, it's automatically translated to German and to French. That's it for ShopBrick development session. Over the last couple of weeks, we've added language select, thumbnails image generation for faster page loads, improved project structure, introduced Bitcoin payments with BTCPay server self-hosted, and added several improvements to mini Markdown, which is extremely useful for supporting multi-languages with AI for product titles and description. If you like to follow the development of ShopBrick in real time, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching and see you in the next update.